What a tough one. The Eagles lose to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. We got lots to talk about this week. Welcome to Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite but frustrating football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network and the STT Sports Network. Guys, wherever you're watching this, please like, subscribe, follow along, do whatever it is that you do. This is the instant overreaction being recorded less than 30 minutes after the Eagles game ended, and the Eagles lost to the Dallas Cowboys 24-21 in Big D on Sunday. And guys, the first thing I got to say, that hopefully this is the smack in the face that the Eagles need or needed to get their shit back in order. And I'm going to have some curse words. I'm going to have some frustrations here today and throughout the week, because that was just a brutal game. It was a brutal game. The Eagles went up 21-0 on the Dallas Cowboys with over 11 minutes left in the second quarter and never scored again. I think they only had like 5 first downs after that third touchdown. It was really brutal. The Eagles just got beat all phases of the game. You're going to hear Eagles fans complain about penalties, complain about fumbles, point fingers at this guy or that guy or this player or that coach. This was a complete and total team loss, a complete and total team failure in all aspects of the game. The defense, the offense, the coaching, they just got outplayed and outcoached by a Dallas Cowboys team that now has a little bit of life left in them as this season continues on here. And the Eagles have a short week with a Black Friday game upcoming the day after Thanksgiving. But, man, they got a lot to get right, and there was a lot that went wrong. Let's go through the box score real quick. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts was 27-39, 289 passing yards, a touchdown. He was sacked, one time only, 99.2 quarterback rating. Rushing game, Saquon Barkley was terrible, 10 rushes for 22 yards and a huge fumble in the game. A.J. Brown had a great game, 8 catches, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Smith, a big game, 6 for 89. But obviously the fumble by Saquon Barkley was a huge turning point in this game, along with Xavier Gipson, who fumbled a punt return, which he should have let bounce into the end zone. But the offensive line obviously not allowing the run game to get going. Huge issue. He was only sacked 1 time, but Jalen Hurts had pressure in his face the entirety of the game, was pressured on over 35% of his dropbacks. It just was not good work by the offensive line, again, which has been a recurring theme, along with Saquon not being able to run the ball, as a recurring theme all day long. Dak Prescott, 23 of 36, 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception thrown, 103.2. Passer rating, over 87 yards rushing for Javonte Williams. George Pickens had almost 150 yards receiving and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb held in check, multiple drop balls from him, or it would have been even worse. Obviously, the 2 fumbles, a big issue for the Eagles, obviously from Gipson and Saquon Barkley, but 14 penalties from the Eagles team. That is unacceptable. And you're going to hear people complain, well, the refs kept Dallas in it with their penalties. Most of those penalties were real, actual penalties. Very few of them were not supposed to be called. It's not like the refs gifted to the Cowboys. Some of them might have been ticky-tack, but every single one of those penalties, they were penalties. And you got to be better than that. You got to be cleaner. You cannot be sloppy like that and let those kind of fundamentals, ruin a game, end a game, cause a game to be like this. Now, big picture, we're 8-3. We're still in the front seat of our division. We're now a little bit behind in our conference when I'm recording this, because the Sunday night game hasn't happened yet. But the season's not over. But I will understand the frustration from Eagles fans, understanding that you just went over 40 minutes of football and your offense scored 0 points. At what point does Nick Sirianni have to step in and make a decision about Kevin Patullo and the play calling and the offense? It looked great for about 17, 18, 19 minutes of the game. The rest of the game, it was pretty bad. Every time Dallas Goedert had a big play, called back on a penalty. Running Saquon Barkley, the same type of runs, and not trying to find a way to get him involved in the game. Not good enough. Tank Bigsby, obviously a little quicker, a little faster than Saquon, had 1 carry in this football game. There was so much that was wrong in this football game, and it can't all be put on one person. But there's a lot of people that need to have a smack in the face, a wake up. 14 penalties, 473 yards of offense you gave up to the Cowboys. That's what the defense. Saquon, 2.2 yards per carry, 24 unanswered points by the Cowboys. So much went wrong. So many things happened. No pressure. Where was Jalen Phillips? Where was Jalen Hunt? Where was the pass rush on Dak Prescott? Not good. This is not on Jalen Hurts. This is not on A.J. Brown. They obviously had some big plays. Jalen Hurts had 2 rushing touchdowns in this game. A lot of things went wrong in this game. And they still had a chance to win it. But unfortunately, the defense came up small. This is going to be one of those weeks where Vic Fangio, on a short week, you normally take it easy. He's going to want to run these defenders into the ground because he's going to be pissed off at the way the defense performed this week. He had some really big injuries on the Eagles. Reed Blankenship looked like a hamstring. Drew Makuba was grabbing his ankle. Adoree Jackson, probably another concussion. Your secondary on a short week is going to have a hell of a time getting itself healthy and ready to play. Keely Ringo came in at one point there after these injuries, got beat up again, as we're used to seeing. There's so many things, so many fingers to point. That Gibson fumble, why is he fielding a punt on the 2-yard line? I just don't know. Actually, now that I'm talking it out, how much is this to blame on Nick Sirianni? I'm not calling for him to be fired. I'm not, saying he's a bad coach. But if anything, Nick Sirianni takes a lot of bullets for his team. Well, a lot of bullets got to be flying his way because this team was ill-prepared for this game and let their foot off the pedal way too quickly, let the Cowboys hang around. The fundamentals just were not there. Brutal game. There's no excuses to be made. The Cowboys whooped our ass. Plain and simple. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But you know what? We'll be back live Monday morning, 8 a.m. with another Trending in the AM, guys. We got a short week. We got to figure it out. It's Thanksgiving week. We play on Friday. Got to figure it out. How? I don't know, but we'll find out, guys. Everybody have a great Monday, I guess. I hope. Hopefully it's better than Sunday was for everybody. Go Birds still. And that phrase I always end every show with, bubbles up, it means something. So bubbles up, everybody.